Hi everybody, I hope everybody is doing well. So this reading is going to be another Delphi reading. Currently Richard Allen is on trial for murdering Abigail Williams and Liberty German, who were 13 and 14. I keep being pulled back to this subject, so the feeling that I have is that I've missed something. So I decided to use my voodoo cards, which usually take me deeper. They're already shuffled because I'm not that great at the meanings quite yet. So I'm just gonna go through them like I always do, read the meaning and then tell you what I feel, which is not good. Okay, so this card is Secret Societies, which is the Justice card in regular tarot. And the meaning in this deck is the moment when all things hang in the balance, cases of law, cases of conscience calling one to action, recourse to the ancestors for a decision in the matter at hand. What I find interesting about this card is the person that is on their knees, hands behind their back, in position to suffer punishment, while all these other individuals basically watch and hide. Okay? And then I got this one, which is Dr. John, and it is the Magician in regular tarot. In this deck, it means consummate skill in the matter at hand, occult powers or wisdom, ability to see root causes clearly, identification of the individual will with a greater or more inclusive will. The feeling I get again, which is similar to my first reading, is like this is a group of people, but this one person is taking the blame. It was a group effort, but one person is taking the blame. So then we have this card, which is Petro Massa La Flambeau, which is the Nine of Wands in regular tarot. In this deck, it means strong emotion, bubbles under a calm surface, hidden passion, unpredictable change, strength through balance. So this card makes me feel like the truth is being hidden, for one. What we're seeing is, with Richard Allen, is not the full story. It also makes me feel like something in the situation had changed that was unexpected and needed to be dealt with. So it makes you wonder, like, what would cause a change that would involve Abby and Liberty, who are just mere teenagers, that would result in them needing to be murdered? So that's a interesting question to ask, and that needs to be answered. This card is Petro Urzuli La Flambeau, which is the Seven of Wands in regular tarot, and it means forceful and decisive action in the matter at hand, bringing to bear the full force of emotional involvement in the situation, swift emotional ordeals leading to a refinement of personality or spiritual essence, rage, persons united by anger. Again, it's like, what would cause someone to be angry with Abby and Libby? That would, so much so that murder was the only option. That is the question to be asked. So this card makes me, these two cards, it's like, also, we have to protect what we have built is coming through these cards. And there, I believe there's 2 males and there's a female, and I'm leaning towards the female is the one that actually did the killing. And then the men staged the killing. And Massa left limbo and Urzili left limbo represent a couple. I would say by marriage. Okay, moving along. Then we have this card, Radha Nanan Buklo, which is the 2 of Swords in regular tarot. In this deck, it means mutual benefit based upon the experience of in devotion to the grandmother, which is interesting. So this crime was to protect someone else. I'm leaning towards a female. Maybe preventing a female from finding out the truth, perhaps. But anyhow, it's like we did this together. Again, 2 males and then a female, Radha Urzuli Frida Dahomey, which is the 7 of Swords in regular tarot, and it represents imaginings beyond possibility, the jolt of shattered dreams. So in a way, these 2 cards make me feel like we've caused confusion, now we're getting away with it. And this card is like, it wasn't worth it. Yeah, I'm okay, my life is stabilized, but now I cry tears the amount or the size of an ocean. So there is some regret, but we have gotten away with this. And this is the interesting part. This card, Gros Bon Ange, is the Sun card in regular tarot, and it means influx of helpful energy, success possibly earned by effort or possibly not, I believe it is. Love freely, given without regard to object. Happiness, joy, universal rather than particular love. And then this card is Congo Simbi Delo, which is the 8 of Cups in regular tarot, and it symbolizes correct impulse leading to equivocal action, a sense of the matter at hand, which cannot be put into words, a breakdown of communication, falsehood through confusion, not malice, the sense of a confusing situation mishandled through lack of interpretive effort. What is interesting is that this card made me feel like there is going to be a realization that these girls were not loved. Which is interesting. It's like this murderer was definitely known to the girls, and I would say intimately, like not perhaps maybe even sexually, but I mean like close. I hate to say this, but it feels like potential family or adjacent, like very close. Imagine like a 10 of cup is like family, an 8 of cup is like almost family, not quite. So the last card is Le Baron, which is a wild card, and its meaning is extreme, unexpected turn of events. A sense of humor pulls one through dire circumstances. What I've noticed about some interviews that I have watched is that there's a lot of, it feels like, inappropriate laughter, inappropriate smiling, and I just say to myself, it's like, why are you smiling? Like it just seems strange. And I feel like there's something about this case that is being overlooked or missed. I think there's definitely more people involved in this crime. I feel like what happened to those girls was an emotional reaction, because, or in response to trying to protect what we have built. Something with the girls was going to ruin something, someone's life. And then we have the couple, I would say married. To me, like, isn't that an interesting card? It's like they're placing branches. 2 men did the staging, woman did the killing. But now this woman is living in regret. Yeah, her life is okay, but it's not all that it's cracked up to be. But so far, they've caused confusion enough that they have gotten away with this crime. I feel like there's something about a woman, like, and I feel like this is interesting, like in devotion to the grandmother, which is interesting. But, and then the realization that we are not loved. So that makes me feel like there are people in these girls' lives that were supposed to be loving them and caring for them and mistreated them. 2 males, 1 female. Living the life, but crying behind the scenes because of what they did. So I feel like the point of this is to say that Richard Allen is not the only problem in this case. There are 2 more males and a female that are not receiving the punishment that they deserve, especially the woman. The woman, I feel like, is the one that made this decision. I keep feeling like Richard Allen's wife needs to be looked at for money changing hands. I feel like perhaps Richard Allen is the fall guy. It could be by choice for money, or the wife has accepted money. So They need to look into that. But there's definitely, I don't feel like he's the killer, Richard Allen. But there's a feeling like there's knowledge or something along that line, those lines. But definitely there's 3, I'm saying possibly 2 females, 2 males, 2 females, but definitely 2 males and 1 female that are not being held responsible for this crime. And have so far gotten away with it. But there's going to be some sort of revelation or revealing that these girls were not loved by someone that should have been loving them and protecting them. Yes. Notice like the big snake is like eating all the little snakes. So that could be a clue. A parent, a grandparent is, or someone that is older, eating all of the little ones. Yeah. Motive, protecting what we have built. Definitely a group. This is an interesting card though. Like, this is, you know, the wild card, the thing that no one expects, right? Or trumps everything, or an unexpected turn of events. I feel like something in this case is excuse me, the lid is gonna be blown off this case, I suppose you could say. But yeah, that inappropriate laughter is something. There's something to it. It's a defense mechanism. A sense of humor pulls one through dire circumstances. Why would the circumstances be dire? It's not life and death for them. Grief, yes, but I wouldn't consider grieving dire. I suppose it could be if one contemplates suicide, because someone is so devastated. I'm just looking up the meaning of dire. Dire and extremely serious or urgent, presaging disaster. Yeah, like I would think that the disaster has already occurred in this case. Why are we laughing to get through it, right? Okay, what is the definition? A sense of humor pulls one through dire circumstances. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of this reading. Who do you think that these 2 men, 1 woman for sure, and potentially 1 other woman, who they are? And what do you think the revelation will finally be, that Abby and Libby, one or both of them, someone in their inner circle betrayed them, didn't actually love them? Well, I'll see you guys next time. Let me know what you think. Bye.